Hello everyone, I Anushri Jantia welcome you to the Coaching Support Summit. Today our speaker is Miss Nilima Chakra. Ma'am, I would like you to introduce yourself.
Hi, as Anushri said, I'm Nilima. I am an executive coach and I work with mid-career professionals, that is senior managers and above. And I help them earn their A+ reputation and keep it. I help them make their impact in their new roles, whether it is a new role in the current organization or a new job in a different organization. So I help them settle down fast. So I help them make an impact and keep that star, that A+ reputation that they earn in the process so that their career keeps advancing. So
Great.
That's who I am. And before becoming a coach, I have 23+ years of corporate experience. And I use my coaching expertise and my work experience to help people advance their careers. That's my jam.
Thank you, ma'am, for being a speaker for the Coaching Support Summit.
You're welcome.
Let's start our session. So how do we really discover what drives us?
That's a very good question. Often, at least I would say half of the clients who come, they know that they don't want what they have, but they're not sure about how to figure out what is it that they want. So figuring out what drives you, if you could all do that, we would probably be much more satisfied in life. So as I think about it, there are a few elements. We have to be able to reflect. And I understand it's not easy because we're not trained to reflect. We're mostly into action mode and we're mostly into compete mode, or, we just want to go forward. We don't want to stop and think. So if we could really stop, slow down, and believe me, slowing down is sometimes necessary to fast track yourself. So I would give 3 reflection prompts to figure out, what is it that drives you. The first would be, think about your past successes. Yeah, when you were at your best, what was it that drove you? What was it that made you shine? If you did shine, there was something that was driving you. You overcame all obstacles. You did your best despite every kind of challenge. So what was it that drove you in that moment when you were doing that project or that assignment? Think about that and reflect on it. That could have some breadcrumbs for you there. The second reflection prompt would be, think about your strengths. Yeah? What is it that you're naturally good at? What is it, when you are doing that, if people do it in 5 hours, you probably do it in 2. Or if others struggle to do it, you wonder why, because it comes just, it just flows out from you. You don't have to spend any effort on that. That could be another area that drives you, because it is a natural strength for you. This is what nature has blessed you with. Yeah. The third reflection prompt would be, what puts you in the flow? That flow state when you're doing something and you absolutely lose track of time. And it happens to all of us. Yes, we've all experienced it while going through Netflix. When we're on the social media, we just lose track of time. But we also lose track of time when we're doing something that we love to do. Sometimes when people are singing or painting or reading, or like when some people are coding, whatever it is, which takes you into that state when you are oblivious to your surroundings and you're totally into what you're doing. That is a surefire sign of what drives you. So, if you could just stop, slow down, and think about these few things, you will, highly likely discover what is it that drives you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So how do we really build a reputation as a star performer?
That's a great question. Everybody wants to be a star performer, and there is something to say about being a star in the moment or being a star who shines continuously. Yeah, because it is easy to shine in the moment, but having that spark all the time is what actually gives you that reputation that you want. Otherwise it's like a shooting star. Yeah. So the at because this is my everyday work. Yeah, we have a model, we call it the 5 C's model, of building your A+ reputation and keeping it. Yeah. So the 5 C's are clarity. Clarity, without clarity, unless you know what does success look like, how is it measured, what are the expectations from you, where is it that you want to go, right? Unless you have that clarity, there is no way you can actually get to that stage where you're delivering to that expectation. Yeah. So clarity is the first and foremost. And then there is control. That's our second C. And when I say control, control is a hygiene factor. Are you able to deliver according to the expectations of your role? Do you have the skill set to do it? Do you do it on time? Do you, when you say that, okay, I'm going to do this, do you do it? So are you reliable? Can people trust you? So these are basic hygiene factors. If you don't have your arms around them, then we're having a very different conversation. Yeah, then it is not about star reputation. Then it is about, do you really want to do this? Do you have the wherewithal? Can you scale up? Or do you need to find something else for you? Yeah, so the second C, the control is a hygiene factor. The third C is taking charge. So charge, yeah. Are you shining the light on the good work that you do? What is it that you're known for? What is your identity in the ecosystem that you operate in? Do you have a good relationship with your boss? Do you add value to the system? Do you take charge? When you get stuck, do you wait for somebody to give you what you think you need out, to get out of that situation? Or do you take control and you make it happen, right? So first and foremost here is the belief that you are in control, and second, going ahead and making it happen. Yeah, so taking charge of your career. And this is one big mistake which people actually make in their careers. They start believing that they can put their head down and they can focus on their work, they can just continue to deliver. And like in school, at the end of the year, you will get a report card, you will get a trophy. Somebody will come and put a tiara on their head. This is such a common phenomenon that there is actually a name for it. It's called the tiara effect. Yeah. So, not waiting for somebody to come and give you those prime projects that actually advance your career, but raising your hand and saying, hey, I want to do this. Yeah, figuring out where is the industry going, what is the competition doing, and having a good reputation with, not reputation, having a good relationship with your boss. Yeah, and being known for what is it that you bring to the table. So not shying away from shining the light on your good work. Yeah, this is all about the third C, the charge. Yeah. The fourth C is connections. And, again, a lot of people say, I am an introvert. I am not good at building connections. And honestly, that's humbug, because introverts actually connect better with people because they're better listeners. They connect at a deeper level. Yeah. So people hide behind, different reasons, and they don't make connections. But it's important that your peers, know you and like you. Your stakeholders know you and like you. So you don't just need to manage your teams. You need to manage. You don't just manage to need to manage up. You need to manage across as well. You need to have enough mentors and sponsors in the system to guide you. Yeah. You need to have enough friends and connects in the industry, so outside of your organization. So connections are very, very important. There is no excuse for not having those connections, because it's only, up to in the beginning of the career, some position will be announced and you will apply and you will go through the selection process. But as you grow, people like to work with people they know and trust. So it's important to figure out how to build that know, like, and trust factor. And connections, making connections is the way to go. Yeah, and everybody has their own, authentic way of building connections. So figure out which one works for you and do that. Yeah. And that brings me to the 5th C, which is courage. And courage really is something which, it spans, it's the foundation for every other C, because if you don't have clarity, you need the courage to go ask for it. If you find yourself in a situation that you don't like, you need to stand up for yourself and say, hey, I don't like this. Yeah. You need courage to even figure out, okay, this is for me, and then go after it. You need courage to say, this is not for me. I'm not spending my time and energy on it. I'm not going to remain miserable. It takes courage to even say, hey, this is a dead-end job. And I deserve better. I'm going to get it for myself. Yeah. For building connections, for those to whom it doesn't come naturally, it needs courage to walk up to somebody and, start the conversation. So basically, it needs courage for you to get out of your comfort zone and do what needs to be done, right? So these are the 5 C's that help you establish a great reputation and then keep it. So if you have your arms around all of these 5 C's, you will do well. Yeah.
Okay. So how can one fast track their personal growth?
Oh, okay. So I would say the fundamentals remain the same. Yeah. Personal growth is basically a function of self-awareness and the desire to continue to grow to, really achieve your fullest potential. So I would say 2 big things really contribute to personal growth. One is reflection, understanding where you are, understanding what do you want, what is the identity that you want to create for yourself, right? And second is action orientation, because we can, sit and dream however much, eventually it is action which is going to take us anywhere. So, what can I do to get closer to the identity that I want? What can I do today? What can I do this week? What can I do this month? So continuous action orientation and reflection and course correction, so we evolve all the time. And therefore our milestones also evolve. That is why it's called a continuous journey. Yeah. So I would say reflection and action orientation. These are 2 things.
Okay. So last question. So what kind of mindset is required for professional development?
Once again, self-awareness is at the core of everything. First of all, understanding where you are, where is it that you want to go. Right? That's basic. profession nowadays, it's not a linear path. That time is not, the time is gone when people started a career and then, ended the career in the same way, same job, same company. It doesn't work like that. So first of all, really knowing what is it, where is it that you are and what is it that you want. I would say continuous learning, a learner's mindset is very important because the pace of change is so fast. Everything is changing at much faster pace than it ever did. So even to stay relevant, you need to be a continuous learner. I would say a third would be having an open mind. Yeah. Because open mind leads to that curiosity and ability to imbibe in every situation. Everybody has something to teach and you have something to teach to everyone else. So having that open mind, which, helps you even collaborate, helps you get along, helps you be tolerant and, helps you deal with diversity, helps you not have a bias. And all of these things, they are, I don't like the term soft skills, I would say skills which really help you get by in life. They're very essential skills. So having an open mind is very important to have them. Then action orientation. Yeah. As a coach, I come across people who can plan very well, but execution is another matter altogether. Yeah. So being action oriented so that you're always keeping track of, what are your milestones and, how are you doing against them and meeting those milestones. And finally, I would say a growth mindset, because every day is not the same. But we do learn from every situation.
Right.
So not getting hung up when things don't go well and figuring out, okay, this was my lesson today. And then moving on from there. These are a few fundamentals that would help you in professional development.
Thank you, ma'am. Quite a wonderful session, informative session from your side. Thank you so much for being a part for the Coaching Support Summit.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Very happy to be here.